Hello, this is Emily Colby here with a look at how to schedule your first meeting when you are using Zoom video conferencing. By now, you should have watched the initial setup process video and gone into your settings and made some adjustments to your overall Zoom video conferences. Now we're ready to schedule your first meeting. Whether you're on an iPad or a PC or a Mac or a desktop, you're going to go to zoom.us in the browser. On an iPad, make sure you're using Safari so you get the full desktop version of the browser. Once I'm signed in with my Google account, I'm going to come over here under Personal and click on Meetings. And as you can see, I have a whole bunch of meetings already scheduled. And now we're going to schedule another one. I'm going to click on Schedule a New Meeting. And I'm going to give the meeting a name. I'm going to call it Ms. Colby's class. You can give the class a description. Template is if you've already created a template prior to this. So for example, I've made a department chair meeting where I have the same time every single time and it saves me time with having to change all these up. For now, I'm not going to use one. Under When, I'm going to click on the calendar icon to pick the day that this meeting will happen on. Over here, I'm going to pick the time, and I'm going to make sure I choose the correct AM or PM. I don't think anybody wants to meet with me in the morning that early. I'm going to choose how long this meeting will go. I think I'm going to make mine 30 minutes. The default time is Eastern Standard. If you want this meeting to occur every week for, say, the next 3 weeks, you could say, I'm going to make this a weekly event and repeat once a week. No, I'm going to have it repeat for 3 weeks. And again on Friday, and after 3 occurrences. Okay. You can require a meeting password to enter the room. I'm going to leave mine off. The video is if you want your video to default on when you join the meeting. Participant, I would suggest leaving this off, even though it'll be nice to see your students' faces. It will definitely increase the likelihood that your video quality will be quite choppy because the more people who enter the video conference with video, the less good the quality of the video will be. Over here under audio, you can leave both default, that's fine. Under meeting options, if you say enable join before host, that's going to allow students to enter the room without you. I would leave that off. Mute participants upon entry, I would turn on so that the feedback doesn't start happening immediately when people enter the room. And for this one, I would say go ahead and check it if you're planning on hosting the meeting from your laptop or desktop. But if you're going to be using your iPad, you're going to screen record from your iPad, so this won't make any difference. I'm going to go ahead and click Save. This screen gives you all the information about the room or the meeting room that you just created. There's the URL that your students will need to join. But I would suggest maybe just clicking on Copy the Invitation, because this is going to give you a whole bunch of information that you can copy and paste directly into Blackboard or Google Classroom or Seesaw, and it will include the URL. You can just click Copy Meeting Invitation, it copies everything. All right, over here, these are, so if I download this, say, I can then click on it and add it to my calendar so I myself don't forget about it. And when I'm ready to start the meeting, I'll actually go to meetings and I can click Start the Meeting. What happens if something happens and I'm like, oh wow, never mind, I have to move the meeting time? Well, you can definitely do that. So if I go here, this is the Friday the 20th, I'm going to click on Ms. Colby's class. If I scroll down here under Edit this meeting, and I can choose whether I'm going to edit just that meeting or all of the meetings. And I can say, oh, this one needs to start at 3:30. I have a conflict. And then I can scroll down and click Save. But that's it. So in the next video, we'll look at how you actually run a video conference in Zoom. And as always, if you have any questions, reach out to your digital learning coaches today.